Well, hello everybody, it's Richard McIntyre here. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed already, push the little bell so you get an update straight away. And hope everybody had a really lovely Christmas, and we're heading towards New Year. Christmas for me has been great, but something happened in the workshop over the Christmas period, which I'm going to share with you today. A slight disaster. We've had so much rain in the last few weeks here in the UK, and it's been quite amazing the amount of water there's been around. We've had flooding in parts of the country, and also even in Maidstone where I live, the river's been really high. Not as high as it was in 2014, but nearly as high. So when I've been out running, I've had to do some, I had to go slightly different route, but still an enjoyable route. But the water has been very high and the river's been moving pretty quickly. So much so that because it's been cold and wet and damp, I haven't been in my workshop for a while. But when I did come out here, I had an absolute shock, because the whole of this far end of the garage that I'm speaking to you from was flooded with water. So I'm just going to show you a little bit about what's happened. I've had to do some amazing remedial work and get a very good contractor out to sort out some problems. So I'm just going to turn the camera around and share with you what's happened. So okay, so you can see that I've got this electric fan heater, industrial fan heater, whirling away here, trying to dry out things. So this is one of the blankets that I had on the workshop top, and I was lucky in some respects, because nothing that I have in the workshop at this end anyway sits directly on the floor of the garage, because we're in a garage that I've turned into a workshop, as you probably know from my previous videos when I moved out here some over 2 years ago now. Well, in fact, yeah, well over 2 years ago now. So the water was actually running, I don't know if I can show you without too much glare, from the top there, and from the roof. Now I had a new roof fitted some 5 years ago, and all was okay. But what the contractor and I have discovered is that what I discovered was that when you went outside, and I'll post some pictures as part of this video that I took, some stills, the screws that were actually screwing the top of the roof over the guttering to the wood plinth, which you can see there, they weren't all screwed into the wood, and so water was egressing between the roof itself and the actual brickwork. And this is only a single brick building, so consequently it was running down the back of the garage and seeping into the garage down there. So you can see all of that bit that you can see there was actually flooded and wet. It's actually dried out. I've had this fan heater going for the last week out here on a almost, not full, but almost full, because you don't need too much heat, you just need enough to drive out the wet, the damp. And so it's been quite a disaster in lots of ways. These blankets, these green blankets I used on top of the sort of like a chipboard for this bench on here, that's actually in the mower shed at the moment, or the tool shed at the moment. It's saturated. The type of boarding is this type of thing, fiberboard type stuff. These are the bottom bits. I've dried these out. These weren't too bad. I'm lucky to say, and I probably can't see because I've got the lights on, but most of the electrical equipment and the gramophone projects were actually okay. Nothing has been damaged by that. A lot of wet egress around here. You can see that I've actually put some newspaper down. This is mild compared to what I had. I must have used up all the recycling newspaper. Things I read the Telegraph quite a lot, so that's quite a large newspaper here, and so it's a lot better. Now, I managed to get hold of a fantastic chap called Matt Watts, and he lives locally. He came round, today is Monday, he came round on Saturday, and we did some work together working out what the problem was, and he's been back today, and he's fitted a gutter support, which is like a triangle thing that goes between the roof and the gutter, so it will actually drip the water in. He's also repositioned all the screws on this metal roof, because this is a metal roof I've had here fitted here from the old asbestos one, which was done about 5-6 years ago now. And so the next job I'm going to do is remove all these items on the shelving here, and I'm going to then seal the wall. I've done this once before because this is not the only place. There's a place outside where the wall is actually leaking into the building as well. So I'm going to use some sealant on there, and it will be an opportunity anyway to review the shelves and give things a bit of a freshen up. So I'm going to do that. So that was, but hey ho, it was quite a disaster. I was really worried actually at one time what was causing this problem. Let's have a slurp of tea. And so luckily I'd only got those Decca 73 volume doors to fit, so I'd actually finished the work. Luckily they were okay, and I'm going to, the next video will be showing you actually how they've been fitted and how that's going to finish that project off. Luckily, so no electrical items on the bench, thank God. And most of these two large blankets had actually swallowed up a lot of the dampness from the wall. So it's a lot better. You can see there where the wall, you might be able to just see on camera where the, if I take that right off, where the water has been running down the wall there. But yeah, one of these carpets is made of Hessian back, so that was better. This one's rubber backed, but I managed to dry those out mainly. So I'm just leaving the fan heater going most of the day actually, and it's an industrial type machine I bought some while ago. So yes, it's 3 kilowatt, but I haven't got it on that. So yeah, it's just warm enough to just evaporate, get the air out of here. Now they have forecast that we'd have some nice weather, but today it's been very misty, very damp. So as soon as the weather does improve, obviously I'll get the doors open and that, and get some nice warm air in here. But anyway, just thought I'd update you where we are, and I'll keep you posted how things progress. But anyway, speak to you soon, and take care.